here live here on Twitch, the EA Mac NFL Twitch channel, also BuffaloBills.com. Live shot here in Buffalo. As you can see, the night shots here near also the Falls, Niagara Falls. Got a lot of stuff going on. We're back inside of 716 Sports and Food here. Food and Sport, the bar here. And we hear you down there in Buffalo. Larry Ridley here alongside my good buddy, Zach Farley. Kids call him Farls. He's the Madden Bible on Twitter. We have a final here, Zach. It will be Los against Brad, the two best players in this tournament so far. Will we break Brad, or will it be Big Los?
Wow. It is a finals matchup that is worthy because these two players have been playing the best ball here at this Buffalo Bills Club Series Finals. Los has put on dominating performance in both of his games. Very solid, just operating with a cool confidence that you expect to see from a veteran of Madden. You got to see the reason that this guy is the #1 seed. He's just put on a show all day long, and he's done it with swag. Now look at what is on the line for this match between Brad and Los.
Yeah, we can look at the series, the points, and the first thing is you talk about the money. We'll get to that, $3,500. But it's advancing to the Madden Club Series Championship, which will be held out in L.A., Burbank, California. What's on the line for the winner? A trip there, and then you can see 2nd through 8th as far as what's at stake today for these 8 players.
Yeah, they've also got this awesome jersey available from the Buffalo Bills. Madden Champ 17. White. You like that white on a white jersey right there, Larry.
Sweet, man. Oh, just look at it. Buffalo Bills, if you're watching, I'll take Ridley on the back. Send it to me. It'd be a nice little surprise, a nice gift. I'm pretty sure he'll take one that says Z Farls as well on the back. I'm sure he would not turn that down. So we've got a good final here. We got Los against Brad, and we can take a look at the bracket. You have these top 8 players here, the top 8 of the Madden Club Series for the Buffalo Bills. And when you look at it, Los, one decent close game. Brad came out of nowhere as the 7th seed and knocked out the 2 seed very early on.
Yeah, this was a rock-solid field. Buffalo robbed the 8 seed, gave Los some trouble early, but he quickly adapted to that scheme out of the single-back jumbo and moved on. Los put up a dominant performance early against AKG, who did a solid job fighting back and ultimately closing the gap to 20-13. But Los has looked head and shoulders above the competition today. Sino Gotti on the bottom half couldn't ever get anything going against Brad, but it's all because of that defense, the defense that Nova had that slowed down Brad early, worked against Ocean J Cup, but he couldn't close the game out, so Brad moved on. And even though he's the 7th seed, you'd have to consider him as, one of the top 3 players here today. After really watching him perform, he feels like a much higher seed. He said it himself.
Loso the God, his real name, Carlos Yancey Jr. You might know that name. I mean, He's got athletic genes. He's got athletic blood in his family. His father played with the New England Patriots back in the early 90s. And also, when you look at it, his granddad played in the show Major League Baseball. Got a sister that's playing softball currently down in Tampa at the University of South Florida, running with the Bulls down there in Tampa. And when you look at Brad, he used to have a pet rabbit because he wouldn't get a dog, and he couldn't get a dog. But now he's got a chance to be the big dog, the last Buffalo, if you will, the last Bill, if you will, standing, going out to Burbank.
Only jeans I got are Levi's, Larry's, but Brad is on the other side there. He's on the left side of your screen right now, and that stare, I thought that was what he went with all the time, but after his last game, that comeback, he put a smile on that face. However, I like that he's locked back into just that mode of staring at the screen and being very, very calm and patient, because Los is so calm, cool, and collected. He's been in, dozens of big tournament events over the seasons. The finals is nothing to him. And, taking on an online guy like Brad, it's not going to faze him. He's going to try and use that veteran mentality to his advantage in this game and see if he can jump on his opponent early.
Madden Ultimate Team salary cap here, $850 limit there with the cap. And let's take a look first. Brad will be the visitor wearing the white jerseys. How does he line up and stack up with some of his players offensively, Zach?
So we saw Brett Favre have some good success early in his first matchup. He's got a big arm and can throw the ball all the way down the field to a speedster like Brandon Cooks. But in his second game, Favre was unable to escape the pressure, so he's got to utilize those linemen to help him out. Because on defense for Brett, that is where it turned. It turned when Mel Blount got a pick 6. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. Emerson's gotten some interceptions. Those are the 2 guys I'm looking to watch in this game, the corners, because Los likes to throw those short drags. If Mel Blount can get a hit on his receivers, that's the only way to slow him down.
Take a look at the top seed. Number 1 overall, wearing the dark jerseys. I believe he's been wearing the dark jerseys all day because he's the top dog here. Los, offensively, what is he rocking with?
Offensively for Los, he spreads the ball, and he uses Matt Ryan to do that. A lot of people at home right now impressed with the way this Matt Ryan is quarterbacking for Los, making throws all across the field. And look at that halfback. 82 overall, Chris Ivory has played far and away above his ratings. I expect to see him added to many more salary cap lineups as this season moves on.
Chris Ivory has been a steal here. You talk about the running back position and how it's been sort of devalued, if you will, in the in real National Football League terms. So a great pickup, you're right, there. So Los, defensively, what does he set up with here? You see a couple of standout players, mainly primetime, and also Mel Blount.
Well, when you go with Ivory and you spend 35 salary cap, that saves you some spots for other positions. It goes to players like Khalil Mack, Deion Sanders, and Mel Blount, who he'll utilize to either rush the passer or shut down the passing game. So far, that formula has worked for him. Deion Sanders, as Los' blitzer, gets in the fastest as possible. But we did see Bread figure out how to pick up some pressures. It's going to be a little bit of a different pressure, but that will be the matchup to watch, Deion Sanders for Los.
Let's go ahead straight to the kickoff live here at the 716 Food and Sports Bar, downtown Buffalo. We've got the championship game of the Madden 17 Bills Championship, and they are off, and it will be Los receiving the kickoff. He's in the dark jersey. He's bringing it out, and he gets to about where he would have had it anyway if he would have just had the fair catch there at the 24, 25-yard line, and we are off here. Should be a fantastic game. Different styles. This is exactly what we've been waiting for and what we're looking for, Mr. Zach Farles.
Yeah, Larry, we've seen some big special teams plays in the kicking game. However, we're yet to see a big return, and I really think that could be a factor, kind of give one guy a possession and shape the game. So we'll have to see if a return becomes a factor. Fortunately, we haven't seen any fumbles for turnovers either.
Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 25, and there's your guy, Chris Ivory. 82 overall, only costs 35 as far as money, only 35, right? So not a bad pickup for him on 1st down, pickup of 3.
Great way to save some ducats on your salary cap team. He just took a hit right there from Mark Barron, who has awesome hit power on defense, and he hung on to it. That is a crucial factor.
Los going with the bread and butter, and he's got Matt Ryan, Matty Ice sliding, had plenty of room out there, and he'll take that bread and butter for Los. Passing game, knows it very well. Passing offense, makes great reads, and he makes no bones about it. He believes he's the best thrower in this tournament, and he's proved it in the first 2 games.
Yeah, this has been an unbelievable offensive performance from Los all day long. He acts like he acts like he has a 21-point lead all day long. That's the way.
Watch out on the left side. That is picked off. Was that a fumble or pick?
Who knows, but guess who got it?
Wow.
Anthony Barr.
Barr is all over the place.
Let's see what it was. Roll out, pressure right,
Boom.
Of course. Can't throw it. It counts as a fumble.
That's a fumble.
Grabs it, and Barr scoops and scores. Los, first turnover in this one, and that's some of the first adversity he's really faced in this tournament, so we'll see how he responds.
Since the first game when he was down 7-0 with the unorthodox play of Buffalo Rob. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Bread. Can he break Bread? Picks up the blitz pretty good. He's got one-on-one covered. Got his receiver, Brandon Marshall, across the middle of the field inside the 10-yard line. Z. Farles.
Look how quickly Brett Favre got that ball out right here. If you're rooting for the underdog, you're watching him right now on your screen. Bread looking to make some noise, take down this man right here, the #1 seed in this event, Los, who feels like he's the best player here, but right now Bread is showing why he belongs as a top player. Mr. Sliced Bread from PlayStation 4. He's been a top 10 player the last 5 years on the leaderboard. I can't tell you how difficult that is, how much time it takes, and he's trying to cash in.
Oh, the low throw, and the completion is there. We got a touchdown. Travis Kelce on the little sneaky little out route there. 6-0 with the lead. Bread gets the turnover, trying to add the extra point here, and the kick is up, and it is good. How about that for the 2nd time in 3 games? Los, the top seed, down 7-0 early to an underdog.
Yeah, and I fully expect him on this next drive to come out in the same fashion that he did. He'll have to obviously look out for that pressure coming from the right. Just be a little bit smarter getting the ball away. But Larry,
Oh, we got something. Oh, to the right side, Deion Sanders returns it back to about the 42, 43-yard line. Great field position for the #1 overall seed.
Now, we've been seeing a lot of those quarterbacks get hit on the throws. Not too many fumbles today, fortunately for these guys. But Matt Ryan, he doesn't have that gunslinger, that Michael Vick, and that could have been the difference, that split second.
Oh, hit hard there. Barely got that throw off for Matt Ryan. Now 0 for 2 passing. He's had some struggles throwing the ball. And you look at it, and Brad, he talked about what his weaknesses are, and he said blitzing. He's been working on it, but he's not very good at it. Defensively, he's been pretty stout.
Yeah, he's been really solid on defense. I like the way he's able to mix up his coverages. And, you know, he faced Nova. He made Nova's offense really struggle. Really struggle.
Well, Nova could have put the game away several times to go up by 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, I mean, really what started this momentum train for Brett back to the finals was that hit stick, or
oh, get off me. Oh, wow. Good gracious. Herman Moore, the former Lion, showing that big 6'4" frame. Herman Moore wasn't that physical when he, actually was technically. He was a big dude, yeah.
Lions, young guy. Young guys love this guy, an ultimate team. Big
back on it
target.
again, a dot down the
Fumbles.
And it's recovered by Brad. This guy, I mean, he's living right, folks. Every play he makes, every button he pushes, makes tremendous plays, and he takes the ball inside the red zone and converts another turnover.
And Lowe said it after his first game, the only way I can lose at this tournament is, fumble! Ball's out.
It's out, and it's another turnover going back the other way. So 2 fluky plays. Sometimes Madden is good, sometimes Madden is bad.
Yes. Look at this hit right here, though. I mean, we are seeing Night Train Lane force a fumble. On the play before, it was Harrison Smith, who has excellent hit power also. So Los was saying the only way I can lose is on a fluke. He got hit stuck. That's not really a fluke. You can't throw across the middle and not pay the price. These guys set up their defense. They construct their ultimate teams in this mode so that defenders lay big hits and can potentially force fumbles. It worked there, but then he also gives it right back as Los takes back over.
A little high-low action on that hit, too, boy. I mean, he was whacked pretty good. And Matt Ryan's going to take off, and for the second time, runs for first down. Good play call there, good patience by Los.
Yeah, and if you want to know what the anatomy of an upset is, it's turnovers. It's getting that ball, controlling it in your favor. It started looking that way well from Brett. He still has the lead, but that would have been huge if he could have stacked points after getting that fumble.
Oh, he's coming through the middle there, and he's picking up another sack for Anthony Barr, just coming through. First sack of the ball game. We're going to hear plenty more from Anthony Barr.
Absolutely. The most dominant defender in this year's game, one of the best items that is spread across many lineups in this mode.
For 2nd and 17 for Los, trailing the ball game here, 7-0. Back inside the 10-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down for Los, the top seed here in the Madden 17 Bills Championship. We're live here on Twitch, the Madden NFL Twitch channel. Also, thank you for joining us on BuffaloBills.com. The Bills, great host for these folks here, great host for us. I want to thank our crew with ESL. We got Chris and Mike and those guys in the back of the truck. Thank you for hanging with us during the technical difficulties, and we're moving on.
Pick!
Oh, and it's picked. He tried to throw the slant.
He's going.
That's your guy. Is that Anthony Barr?
That is Anthony Barr.
He's got speed, too. Oh, the tackle, the saving tackle by Ivory.
He ran out of gas. Chris Ivory, 30, in the 30s for Cap, comes up with a huge play right there. But look at this interception underneath from Anthony Barr. I was going to call out that Herman Moore slant on the previous play. He went back to a similar delayed style route. Wasn't fooling Brett.
So Brad got his 2nd turnover of the game. He's looking back, and he's going to, he's got a receiver. Brandon Cook spins.
That's Anthony Barr for Los. You don't want to take too many of those hits.
So far, we've got an upset brewing. The 7th seed making his way through the field here in the championship game. The championship round of the 7th seed. Brad, kid from Maryland. And he hits Larry Fitzgerald, and he'll take that slant, and he'll take a first down.
Very smart to get the ball out quick right there. Had a quick play action fake, popped it out, threw the pass. That's Brett Favre. Great throw power, gunslinger. Nice work.
Tick, 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 tick. Time winding down here in the first quarter. 15 seconds remaining. Brett Favre in the gun, picks up the blitz, watch out! Under pressure, he's able to throw it away. Almost with another strip sack.
Yeah, first incompletion of the game for Brett, and it was a good one. He got his money's worth throwing the ball out of bounds. It's one thing that players at home don't do enough of. They don't throw the ball away, they force it. Smart play from Brett to just get rid of it in time.
Live to fight another down. Got to be smart with the football. Take care of it. 2nd and 10 for Brett. Got Thomas Rawls out there in the flat. He'll pick up 8, and if that's the last play of the first quarter, he'll come back, and it's 3rd and 2. And you got to give a lot of credit so far to Brett. Played well offensively. He has the lead 7-0, and defensively being pretty stout in the red zone, also with a couple of turnovers as well.
Los came into this one super confident. Right now, he's got to clamp down here on this 3rd and 2 because Brett potentially taking a 2-score lead would really help him get that confidence. You come into this game, you think you can win, but do you believe it? Well, when you go up 10, you start to really think that it can happen, even though you're the underdog, the 7 seed against the number 1.
Zach Farrells, when you're in the finals, oh, my friend, you believe. And when you have a name like Brett and you decide to break it, you've got confidence. Oh, the tip! And he's got to come down with that. He wasn't able to get the tip picked there for Los. We've got another 3rd down. Take another look.
Unfortunately for Los, the player that tries to catch this football is number 75. That's Larry Webster III. He is not a highly rated option in this game. He's on many people's defensive line, but he doesn't cost all that much. If that had been, say, a more athletic guy slid in there and he gets a catch attempt at it, you might have a better chance.
So Brett settles for the field goal. He's up 10-0. 7 seconds eclipsed here in the 2nd quarter. The number 1 seed, Los, will just let that thing fall in. He'll take the touchback. He'll get the ball at his own 25. And when you look at Los, offense is his forte. It's a passing game. Can make all of the great reads. And he should be able to move the ball against Brett because Brett's not a heavy blitz guy. He should be able to carve him up just like that. He should be able to do that. Now, can he do it methodically down the field? Brett is hoping, like a lot of defenses, you can't do this 12 and 15 times per series.
Yeah, and Matt Ryan's 5 for 7, so he is definitely throwing a good amount of dots across this field. Just that one delayed route was the mistake that he made.
Chris Ivory can't hang on to it.
That's a choice that you make when you go with a Chris Ivory. You know that he could potentially drop a pass right there, and that's where you save some cap. Hurt him a little bit right there.
Chris Ivory has hands like feet. Not very good there. Plenty of time. Oh, watch out. Great catch by Julio, and he's not able to hold on to it. With the aggressive catch, he dove for it. Wasn't able to hold it in.
Yeah, so what happened there was the receiver was open, but Los threw it with the pass lead back towards him. It required him to aggressive catch it, so Julio went up for a big animation, and when he fell down to the ground, if he's able to possession catch that, the defender might have got in there. So it was a good choice to aggressive catch it, but it didn't let him hang on to it.
3rd and 10 for Los. Back in the gun once again. He's got a receiver out there. Nice little out route from the slot side right there. He's been running a lot of that. Slants and outs from the slot has been wide open all game.
It will be. It's a vulnerable area to attack. You don't expect to get 10 yards, but anytime you can get it and turn it upfield, you feel good about it.
Back at it. Oh, across the body. And that is caught there for Chris Ivory that time. Able to haul it in and also control it and not fumble.
Good move. 8 yards average right now for Matt Ryan. That's plenty. If Los can just keep it going, he's got to just be more crisp in the red zone.
Ivory running hard there. Give him 2. Great game tackling by Brett. Call it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and another area where you save on salary cap is by not getting a battle-ready halfback. That costs you a little bit extra. And remember, that battle-ready makes it so that every tackle battle is A. It's an awesome ability chemistry. Chris Ivory required Los to press Y right there to break the tackle. It's a new feature. Couldn't do it in time.
All right, you got Brett, 8 guys in the box on the line of scrimmage, and I knew that was going to be trouble. Yet all of those guys up against the line of scrimmage, and Los, a really good passer, carved him up right there.
He had 3 options there that were open, and it leads to an easy first down. He's lucky he didn't break it upfield for more, but we're at the 2nd quarter right here, 3 to go.
Matty Ice, he's got a guy down there. He's got 2 guys in the seam. Oh, he could have hit one. He's going back across, and it's DeAndre Hopkins breaks the tackle, and he's diving into the end zone. He'll take the house call. Your number 1 seed, Los, on the board. He's down by 4 pending the extra point. It's up, and it is good. And we have a new ball game. Brett with just a 3-point lead, Zach Farrells.
What a response from Los. 8 plays, 75 yards. I think Brett wanted his defender to break down on that ball a little bit better. Instead, DeAndre Hopkins broke a tackle and a touchdown.
Brad running to the left side, gets back to the 20. We'll start there with 3:04 left in the second quarter.
Spin moves are a little dangerous in that open field. If he spins into a hit stick, you don't know what could happen. He's got to find a way to potentially get some bigger returns. You get the ball at the 25 if you simply knee it. So only getting out to the 20 is just not the way to go. Favre here in the shotgun. He's got the star underneath him. That means he's one of the highest rated players on the entire squad. And of course, he has a big-time arm.
Three-man rush, and he's going back, and it's almost picked off by Los. Just a three-man rush that time, Zach, so he had plenty of coverage on the back end.
Fooled him. I think he thought he was going to get one-on-one. Los too good, can easily defend that throw down the field.
2nd and 10 for Brett, plenty of time. Looking downfield, he's going to take off running, and we'll give him a gain of 1 on that, 3rd and 9.
Maybe could have tried a playmaker out of the backfield, just get some of his receivers to start running, getting open. They couldn't do it, and Brett Favre can't outrun anybody, unfortunately, not one of his strengths. So on 3rd and 9, he's looking across the middle in the shotgun, finds the seam, and Kelsey hangs on. That's a good place to attack. Favre 7 for 10.
Don't call Kelsey Baby Gronk. He hates it, but that's what some of the pundits call him in the National Football League. 1st and 10, great throw over the middle. Both guys work in the middle of the field, a lot of crossing routes. He's got Brandon Cooks with some speed, spins. Gonna come up a little short, or will they give him the first down? I think he's short. He is 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, but we're gonna go into the 2-minute warning after this play potentially. And this is the situation Brett wants to be in. He's proven that he can manage the clock. Excellent.
Hands it to Thomas Rawls. He's got space on the right side, and he's going 10, 5, touchdown. It's a house call for Thomas Rawls. And how about the 7th seed, Zach Farrells? Bread, breaking bread once again. This kid's come out of nowhere, and he's within about 2 quarters and about a minute 53 away from $3,500 on the spot in the Madden Championship, the Club Series final.
The Power O, a great run against certain types of defenses. Los didn't have much protection there at the safety position, so once he got the seal, it was all over. But the run into the end zone, Bread looking good. More and more players now starting to add that Power O to their ground game, and it's working for Bread. Los here needs a response drive. He's got a minute 53 to do it and 3 timeouts.
1st and 10. Matty Ice hits Herman Moore. Once again, another little drag route, breaking routes. They're there all the time. You see a lot of those corners, out routes, and slants, and curls, and drags across the middle of the field. And also a few digs. Bringing pressure this time. Oh, and he's got Chris Ivory. Breaks the tackle. Picks up another couple of yards there. Los driving to kind of cut this lead down here, hopefully within 3 points for him.
Yes, absolutely. His Matt Ryan is on point right now. He's using Hopkins. He's using a variety of options.
Oh, sack and brought down by Cliff Averill for Brad there. That's a loss of 7. Plenty of time left, though.
He's maybe had the seam a couple times, but just been a little bit reluctant to throw it. We'll see if he goes back there. He's going to send Herman Moore out wide.
There he is. He's got him on the sand, and DeAndre Hopkins trying to break a tackle. And he's down in Brad territory. 56 seconds left in the first half. Los driving down by 10 points.
Precise timing on that route. He must have saw it after the first one, and then he went back to it, but he can't step up right there. He had the middle split, but that's what pressure does. It bursts pipes. You see that middle receiver, he wanted to throw it, couldn't step out of the way, took the hit, didn't just got the ball out.
Defensive front playing well for Brad. Plenty of time here on this throw. Across the middle. Once again, nice little slant route. It is tight end Greg Olsen.
That delayed slant became very popular at the Madden Bowl. It's a really nice way to add a delayed route to your game. The zone defense will drop back, and you can hit it underneath.
1st and 10, Matty Ice, and once again, it's the pressure at the right time when receivers are coming wide open for Los. He's got a shot to figure that up and sync up the coverage, the protection, and also the route. 2nd and 10, he's looking. Great catch by Julio. Good ball placement, and he's able to grab it. 21 seconds left, calls a timeout. Driving here, trying to cut into that lead.
Yeah, so that's the second time Los has gone back to a play So he missed the seam the first time, went back to it earlier in the drive. He had A on the last down but couldn't get the protection. So he goes back to A on that time, threw it wide open down the field. Really nice work to identify it, even though he couldn't quite get it.
All right, first and go here, and he's looking into the end zone. Oh, it's knocked away. Good defense by Brad. I want to make sure that people know this championship game brought to you by Napa. Want to be in the know? Huh, Zach? Want to be in the know?
I would love to be in the know.
Well, you got to get more Napa know-how and better pricing by signing up for our Napa Rewards program. Napa know-how. Second and goal. Chris Ivory up the middle. And game tackled by Brad. 12 seconds left, Zach Frost.
Very nice call there by Los. He had the timeout in his back pocket, so by going with the run game, he thought he could maybe catch Brett off guard, but he was ready to go. Now Los will have a shot to go for one high-point throw here to the end zone. He's got to get it in the end zone. Can't take a sack. Maybe sneak it to the flat. Very risky.
Third and goal for Los. Plenty of time. Up top, and it's caught by his big target, and that would be Herman Moore. Aggressive catch, aggressive play, like it. He gets the touchdown.
Awesome read, awesome patience, and that is how you do it. When you are the #1 seed in this tournament, even with your back against the wall, you go on an 11-play, 74-yard drive. You use all your timeouts, and you only leave 6 seconds on the clock. That is world-class Madden here.
Oh, one of those
Bills
whip kicks again. Well, he's got to get a chance here. Possibly for a Hail Mary. Maybe even throw a nice 15-yard pass play. Here's the replay on that touchdown. Nice and high, where only his guy can get it.
Only Herman Moore. When you're 6'5", not many people can go up there and grab the rock.
All right, so possibly right here, potentially the last play of the first half, and it's been a good one. The 7th seed, the underdog, Brad, up 17-14. Just the top overall seed, Los. So he's going to go with the quick pass. And he is. Can he get down it? No, not enough time left. He almost had it.
I love that idea, though, because
halftime.
he had the timeout, get a little bit closer, take it. Unfortunately, didn't work out how he planned it, but this guy has played thousands of online games of Madden NFL, and there's a reason he's sitting in the hot seat right now with the ball and a 3-point lead. He is outstanding at this game, at managing the clock, knowing the situations, and he's seen it all online. When you play that many games online, you've seen it all. But when you're Los, you're more calm, you're cool, you're collected. You've been in this hot chair quite a few times. So that's the advantage you have. Both of these guys have what it takes.
First play of the third quarter. Nice throw. Low and outside to Travis Kelce. And once again, it's Brad on the move with a 3-point lead as we begin third quarter play here for the Madden 17 Bills Championship. We're live here at the 716 Food and Sports Bar in downtown Buffalo. Great weather today. Awesome crowd inside of this beautiful facility here, the sports bar. Great food, great atmosphere. A lot of Buffalo Bills fans joining us. We've got the Bills Mafia here. Buffalo Bills front office, the communications department, the entertainment department. Everyone is here to watch this championship game here on BuffaloBills.com. A gain of 7 there for you, Zach.
I like his patience, his ability to tack that part of the field with the wheel routes. It's working for him. Larry, he said it before when we talked to him. He said, I'll take whatever my opponent gives to me. He finally started to do that in his last semifinal game, and you see it working here against Los. 17-14 right now, Brad in the third quarter.
Here we go, Brad with the lead, up by a field goal. Loso playing defense, plenty of time for Brad, and he wisely throws it away.
Tried to playmaker the halfback, which is when you take control. You say, hey, buddy, head upfield. You use the left trigger, you flick the right stick, and it's a nice advanced tactic. But Los, he was covering that middle of the field. He would have loved nothing more for than Brad to throw him that one. Thankfully, he just threw it away, which is what you need to do sometimes.
Huge third down here for Brad. Nursing a 3-point lead. Picks up the blitz. Oh, and he threw it to the flat, and it's picked off. Once again, Mama. There's that man again.
He pops the Bills logo. He says, all me, Anthony Barr. That's something that he's gone to, and look at him. He's not going to fall for it. Again, Casey on the low throw. It resulted in a touchdown earlier for Brad, but great Madden players adjust. And he did just that.
First and 10 for Los. After the pick, the turnover, trying to take the first lead of the ball game for him. He's moving the rock, 2nd and 2 for Los. On the 38-yard line, he's looking and he takes off. And once again, Matt Ryan, Matty Ice. I think that's the 3rd or 4th first down he's picked up by running the ball. Kid that I covered in Boston when he was at Boston College. BC, they were number 2 ranked team at one point. Oh, people forget about that. When he was in college at BC, he takes off again. Oh, you better get down.
Eagles made it up to number 2 that year. It was a great year for Matt Ryan. He had another great year this year as he led the Falcons to the Super Bowl, won the MVP, and you see him spreading it all around right now. He's utilizing his legs. He is a 98 overall here in Madden Ultimate Team, and he is trying to drive Los down the field. Lucky he got that ball out. Sits with a 3rd and 4. Would have made it a really tough situation for Los. Trying to capitalize on that turnover that he got from Brett, that interception.
Matt Ryan, pretty efficient, 16 of 23. Throwing the ball pretty well. Los needs more from him, and he hits his tight end. Once again, out routes, drags. That's the name of the game for these 2 players. He's able to pick up a first down. Los on the move.
Gave himself lots of options across there. Went with the underneath. Caught a block. Got the first down.
And he's going to high throw. Tried to high point it. Wasn't able to bring it down at that time.
Yeah, we've seen him utilize that when he gets inside the 25-yard line or so. He did throw a pick against AKG in his semifinal match on that, but like he said, he thought it was a fluke, so he is going to go back to it. Great Madden players, even if they don't succeed.
Oh, under pressure. Woo! Threw it right to, was that Jadeveon Clowney?
Dropped it, man. Dropped it, just couldn't grab it, needed to seize it. But those Madden players, when they have confidence like Los, they'll make a bad read and they'll say, that wasn't a bad read. I would do it again, and he did it again, Larry, but it just didn't work out.
3rd and 10. Can he get the first down? Herman Moore not able to hang on, so it's 4th and 10. It looks like we'll get a field goal attempt here for Los to try to tie up the ball game. Or will he go for it? I think he's going to kick the field goal.
I mean, we've seen Brett block one before. He shouted out his guy, Jay Mills. No block, though, in this situation. 17-17 here in the 3rd quarter. And Los, normally confident. I don't know if he's biting his nails or if he's just, if he's still feeling it, but he's looked good here in the 2nd half so far. He got that big turnover, and he's going to try and get one more here.
So, folks, we are brand new, tied at 17, 2:11 left here in the 3rd quarter here at 716 Food and Sports Bar. Back on the teeter-totter, and it's over to Brad on offense now. He's in the white jerseys. Oh, could have had a sack for Los, and he just barely missed him. And instead, it is Brad with the completion and a first down, Zach.
Play action fake, fooled the blitzer. He stepped right away from the quarterback. Favre used the gunslinger, got the ball out as quick as he possibly could, and it paid off for a first down.
Strength for Brad. He's understanding the game. He says, I've got the brains. I understand this game really well. And it's broken up right there by the defense of Los there. Brent's got to be careful. Don't want to turn the ball over in your own end.
He's got to take what Los giving him, but right now Los just isn't giving him much, not bending an inch. Pressure off the left side.
2nd and 10. Got twins to the left and the right. Hits his receiver, and he's got Larry Fitzgerald, little Fitzy, on a little delay route out there.
He's picking it up off the left side. He's doing a good job keeping the tight end over there to block. Here he's going to flip the play and maybe try and run off the right edge. Let's see if he decides.
3rd and 5 for Brad. Time winding down in the 3rd quarter. Over the middle, Travis Kelce hangs on before he's brought down around the 41-yard line. He's in Los territory. Here's another look.
Watch this tip. Dropped it, but Kelce grabs it off the bobble. Los said he could not beat without a little bit of fluke, and he feels like he wanted that guy to drop that pass.
Here comes a sack by Los, bringing some pressure that time off the right side or the left side of the offense.
Crawford got in right there. Some of these players have skimped on their offensive line. They haven't utilized that part of their salary cap. They've gone for great players like Larry Fitzgerald or Brett Favre, and instead they've left their lineman cupboard bare.
David Katz, a.k.a. Brad, with the completion there.
Look at
so
that,
he gets
Larry.
it back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 here.
He wants this upset. He's the 7th seed in this tournament. He feels like he's proven himself online, but he's here now at this live Club Series final against the veteran Los, the #1 seed, the favorite.
Off the side, the left side, and he takes down the quarterback of Brad. And now we've got 4th and 17. Sacks there, as you can see. Los now with his 3rd sack of the ball game.
Yeah, and you expect a punt here as the 4th quarter ticks on. You put your 4s up. You've got 5 minutes left if you want to do this thing. If you want to secure your spot to California on April 15th to be one of the 8 representatives for the NFL Club Series, this is the time where you're going to punch your ticket. It's not going to be a punt. He's going to go for it. He says, I'm taking control of my own destiny. I want to be in Los Angeles amongst the best players in the Madden NFL community.
There's an old saying we had at Middle Tennessee, if you're scared, go to church. We'll see what he's going to do. He's not scared here. 4th and 17 for Brad in the white jerseys. Can Los lock him up? Oh, and it's picked off. What a play there by Los, and he's running to the sideline, and he stays in, tiptoeing down around the 40-yard line. We're going the other way in a tied ball game.
Huge play to start the 4th quarter for Carlos Yancey right there. Grabs it underneath.
Cut it, undercut it.
Tried to hit the seam, tried to go in just too fast right there, and Smith grabbed it, and now he gives it to Ivory as he starts to eye his trip to California. He said earlier he cannot be beat. He is the best man here by a mile. He believes it, and right now it's starting to come true.
Late stages here of the ball game in the 4th quarter. It's about game control and game pressure. Who can apply it to the other competitor? And right now, you got to give Los a slight edge here, although we're in a tied ball game, and Brad will always have an answer, or at least a chance to have an answer when he gets the ball back if Los is able to score here. 3rd and 4 out of the gun. Matt Ryan barreling down. Here's a defender. Knocks the ball loose. Once again, he's barely getting this ball out, Zach.
Brad nearly sandwiched him right there. Instead, leads to a field goal for Los. Couldn't knock him back any further.
Down at the 36. It's a 46-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. So, moving towards the end of the 4th quarter. Los with the first lead of the ball game for the top seed. He's up by 3, 20-17, and here comes Brad, bringing it out of the end zone, takes it to the right side and brought down hard around
Larry,
the 27.
it was 4th and 19 for Brad on his last drive. He threw the interception, and he did stop Los, but he just gave up so much field position. You know, we haven't seen a lot of guys punt today. They all think that they can go for it, get it. They feel confident. They wouldn't be here if they didn't have plays that could pick them up yardage in those situations. But sometimes we saw, you know, it could just do it.
Here comes the pressure. He's going to throw that away for Brett Favre. 15 of 23 passing. Almost a $175 there. He's got the pick as well. 2nd and 10 for Brett. Down by 3. Still plenty of time here. Just a 1-score game. A lot of time remaining for both competitors. 2nd and 10. Brett in the white. Los in the dark. Coming off that side, and he's got Brandon Cooks over the middle. Both guys making a living and a killing over the middle of the field, Zach.
Middle is a tough place to defend when you're trying to blitz like these guys are. He was very smart and got down with Brandon Cooks before he could take a hit.
He's a little dude, very smart. Play action fake. Looking, and he's got Fitzgerald coming back. Little scramble drill, came back to the left side and caught it near the middle of the field and went back out.
Favre rolling out to the right there, uses the playmaker feature in Madden 17, sends his receiver back to the middle, gets him to open space, catches it, turns it into a huge gain.
Watch out, plenty of pressure coming. Wisely gets it away.
17-26 for Favre right now. He's doing well. He's getting the ball out when he has to, but that pressure from Los is starting to mount. He continually is sending it every single down, and it really wears on your psyche.
2nd and 10 for Brad. Looking. Got a receiver on the sideline there. It goes across the middle to Fitzgerald. He shows the guy on the inside instead of the guy breaking out towards the right sideline.
This is a huge tactical decision for Brett, the man that's played thousands and thousands of games and been in this situation. This guy, Los, on the right, he took 3 years off from Madden. He returned because he heard that there was $1 million prize pool for Madden 17, and he's looking to cash in with a big stop right here. A sack could knock his opponent out of field goal range and secure that 20-17 lead he has at this moment. He's picked off this play once before.
3rd and 6, he cannot afford to go back. Oh, and he throws low to Travis Kelce. No, that wasn't Kelce, that was another player. Dropped the ball. 4th and 6. Looks like it's going to be about a 46-yard field goal up.
Wow.
And we're tied again.
It was tight.
At 20. As we head to the latter stages here in the 4th quarter. Tied at 20. 2:26 left here in the 4th quarter.
Los took away the right side. He wanted to go to Kelce. That's a player that he spent a lot of salary cap on. He hangs on to the ball. Instead, he's got to go to the other side, which is Casey. Not as good of a receiver as Kelce in this game, and therefore he drops the pass, and Los did a good job taking away his #1 option. Now he's got the ball back, 20-20. The favorite, the #1 seed, trying to go to Burbank.
1st and 10 for Los. He's got to get rid of it. Runs with Matty Ice. He's done that about a half dozen times today, successfully every time. Good thing that Matty Ice has not fumbled the ball and he's gotten down, which has really helped his cause.
34 yards, a good day for Matt Ryan. Not the fastest, but just enough speed to be dangerous if you don't pay attention. Let's find that middle of the field working for him. And Los has got the controller down. He's going to the 2-minute warning. He's trying to end this thing with the ball in his possession. Both players, you look up, they have 3 timeouts each. Those 3 little dots next to their score indicates they can stop the clock or make tactical moves with a timeout.
A lot of teams, that's what you want. You want the ball, or do you want your defense out on the field? What's the stronger part of your game, the stronger side of the ball for you? Most people will take offense. Let me go ahead and try to win this thing. 1st and 10 for Los. 1:45 remaining. Both guys, 3 timeouts. Los with the ball. We're tied at 20. 1st and 10. Blitz coming off the side. And he's able to get to Matt Ryan that time. Jadeveon Clowney with the sack. 2nd and 17. Take a look.
Los off the left edge here, takes the sack, and he's very fortunate he did not fumble because Brett sent Clowney in that situation. He's got a lot of hip power and could force a fumble. 2nd and 17.
Not bad for a guy that doesn't blitz a lot. He needs to work on the blitz. He brought it that time, and he was able to get home. Completion for Los out into the right flat. Give him a gain of about 9. 3rd and 8 here. Big down here. Got to make sure you're getting some sort of positive gain here as we get closer to 1 minute remaining.
This is a huge play for Los.
Back offset to the right in the gun. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Matty Ice in the gun, picks up the blitz. And it's Jadeveon Clowney again. This time, we won't give him a sack. We'll give him a gain of 2. So 4th and 6 here. Call a timeout if you're Brad. What do you do here if you're Los?
Brett took the timeout. That's going to force Los into a very awkward situation because he's going to go for it here. He's not punting. He's going for it.
Ball game. 4th and 6. Bearing down. Oh, and it's picked off. It was a little off there. You're talking about the MVP. Way left, and it's picked off. The underdog, the kid, Brad. Los is like, what?
He cannot believe it. He cannot believe it. He said this field could not beat him without some fluke, and he feels like his quarterback overthrowing that pass was exactly what his opponent needed. However, he's still now got some yards. Almost as good as a punt. Almost as good as a punt. But not what you want to see if you're Los.
1st and 10 if you're Brad and you've got the ball. It's his running back. Safe play call. Like it. Tick, 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 tick. Calls a timeout. 1 remaining. 2nd and 5. Fort Bragg trying to pull off the shocker here. If you look at these Madden Club Series, none of the top seeds have won.
It's crazy. The margin of these players is so razor thin. Everybody has access to go online, watch everybody play, and these guys prepare.
2nd and 5. Plenty of time for the old sage gunslinger, and he throws it away. Probably could have kept that in.
Yeah, he wanted to pick up a few yards, but he thought better safe than sorry. He's got 30 seconds. The underdog trying to take down Los, the Madden veteran who's out here.
Could we have an overtime final here for the Madden 17 Bills Championship? Live here at the 716 Food and Sports Grill. Once again, what is up with this? You think these are easily completed passes?
3rd and 5. And what happened right there is Brett Favre has been knocked off his spot all game long by great blitz pressure. So Brett tried to roll out and maybe get out of the way of any potential. It leads to an errant pass. He also threw a low point. This is a bold call if you're Brett. It is 4th and 5 on your own half of the field, and you have a tie game, and you are going for it against the 1 seed.
Unless you can draw him offside, fakes the handoff over the middle, and it's knocked down by that big defensive lineman who couldn't come up with the pick earlier, but he makes the play there. Now the top seed has the ball in Brett's territory, and here we go, my friend. Under 30 seconds left. All he needs about 10 yards, and he's in field goal range. He's already in field goal range. He'd be 58 from right now if he doesn't gain a yard.
Wow. Screaming! Screaming! Oh, he needed that ball to bounce into his hands. This game right now is intense. Watch this bounce around. He tries to slide in for the pick, does Mel Blount, but he can't grab it.
Here we go. Los in the gun. He's looking. Oh, and it's knocked away. Some tough passes here. Matt Ryan is flinging it all over. He's thrown it 34 times so far.
He fooled Brett. He quick snapped him before he was ready, which is completely awesome, and it just almost led to a...
There you go. Pick up
the ball.
He dropped it. So once again, 3 plays. Maybe you run it there for the first 2 or 3, right? You got to run it at least once. Take some time off the clock.
Watch this
pick out
drop.
Some yards.
That was field goal range. That was a trip to L.A. That was $3,500. That was a Bills jersey, and it was a drop pass.
That's
58 yards. He's going to come out and see if he can kick this, and then he'll take a timeout. That would be my calculation. He's going to be right on it. Like he's going to punt.
He's going to punt.
So he can't make the field goal. He knows it.
With 14 seconds left and a timeout, you're looking at Brad. He gets the ball. He'll have it pretty much around midfield. You're looking at 1 good completion. With 14 seconds left and a timeout, you can get 2 or 3 plays done. I think it's a good call. You punt the ball and go for overtime.
His defense has stood up for him time and time again as the 7th seed
so you
coming
want to
into
keep putting
this.
that defense back out there.
Yeah. It was a risky call to go for it. He thought he could win the game. We've seen Madden players do it, and I've asked them after events. I've said, why would you go for that on 4th and 2? You could have tied the game with a field goal. And they say, I couldn't live with myself if I didn't go for it, if I had punted or if I had tied the game. I just need to know. You know, you don't come this far to not go for it when you have the ball in your hands.
I understand that's the mentality of the Madden 17 players. They like to go for it. I'm about winning. By any means necessary. And he's
Go!
Oh, Brandon Cooks. He's got the speed. Does he have enough juice? Last play of the game. Oh, my goodness. Touchdown, the young man from Columbia, Maryland. The last play of the game, and he gets it done. It's a touchdown. A long house call there. I am speechless. And that is the ball game. Brad, the 7th seed, upsets the top seed, Los, and he takes it to the house. 70-plus yards there, and I cannot believe it. The gunslinger mentality to go for it, and he will be the 2017 Madden champion. Bills series, the Madden 17 Bills championship goes to the 7th seed, Brad.
Unbelievable. Give it up for this kid right now. The 7th seed comes in here and gets a walk-off victory with Brandon Cooks. He fought all the way back in multiple games to be in this position. And right now, Brad is your Bills champion.
So much for trying to play the clock, maybe play for overtime, for him to throw a dot and also break some tackles. Tremendous play there. We'll talk more about it. Standing by right now, Steve Tasker with the Madden 17 Bills champion. There he is, Brett.
Well, congratulations. You came in as a number 7 seed, and you really made a statement in round 1 where you hung 40 points up on the board. I think you got a lot of people's attention, and you make it all the way to the final and beat what a lot of people thought was the cream of the crop coming in. You beat Los in the final. Tell me when this game turned. I mean, you got tied late. You went for it on 4th and 5 in your own end. Tell me what you were thinking when you did not pick that up.
Honestly, I thought he just needed one easy play to get into field goal range. I think he thought I was gonna. He thought that I was going to think that he was going to run it, but I didn't. And I don't know. I just kept blitzing. got lucky on my coverage adjustments. He really just needed one play, and I'm lucky he didn't get it.
And that final play, talk about, I mean, you had to go, you were going to go for it in the regulation. You want to throw that long pass, and you snapped it off for the touchdown. Talk about that last play.
I was just, I don't have a play to get 80 yards. I just threw it to the open receiver, got lucky his safety fell down. Kind of sucks that you get sucked into those animations. Maybe they'll fix that next year. But I just got a lucky play.
Now, he came in as the #1 seed. He's been here before. He's a veteran player. He came in 7 seed. What were your expectations coming here? You knew you felt you had a chance, but realistically, what would you have been happy with other than the championship?
I mean, the championship is obviously the goal. I didn't know too much about the Xbox players. I knew the PlayStation players. There were 1 or 2 that were pretty tough. I didn't know what to expect for someone like that. I was glad I was able to play a good game and lucky to come out on top.
Well, along with the money that you're getting, we've got something else for you in the club series. Your Madden jersey, there you go. Way to go, Bread. Coming out on top in the championship. #7 seed taking out the #1 seed in the final. Congratulations, Larry, Zach, up to you. What a day in Buffalo.
Wow, Zach Farles, we've been here for almost 6.5, 7 hours here, and we saw some great Madden, some great gameplay. A lot of pressure on these young men, and you have to give it up to Bread. $3,500 in April. He can book his ticket. He will be in La La Land playing for the Club Series Championship out there and a chance at a lot more money. But that jersey, that is some serious swagoo right there.
Yeah, so when you hang tough like he did all day long coming out of that #7 spot, he showed that he has what it takes to compete, not just at this event, but across all other of the 8 champions. So it will be really exciting to watch this kid play on April 15th. But let's see how he got it done against Los, because I didn't know if he had a shot to do it, but in the first quarter he proved he could.
Wow,
he
look
grabs
at those
that
plays.
fumble. Anthony
yes.
Barr grabs it, and then of course he went down the seam. Los had given up some big plays today, and he got a touchdown to go up 7-0. But you know what? A fumble. He couldn't capitalize into more points as he went underneath and gave a fumble right back. This game was back and forth and back and forth, but a really nice interception with Anthony Barr, who goes downfield already with a 7-point lead. Bread trying to run it back close. That was all in the first quarter. Moving on to the second quarter, he takes his 3 points and goes up 10-0. But here we go. Los fights back. He's got DeAndre Hopkins with a dot down the sideline. Makes it 10-7, and then Bread fights back just before the half. Thomas Rawls on the power O, makes it to the right side, breaks free, and escapes for a long touchdown run. Los able to fight back, though, with a big catch downfield, and he got very close to tying this thing up 17-14 heading into the third quarter. A nice response. This was where Los showed his dominance as he got the interception and tied it up 17-17, and we headed into the fourth quarter with a tie ball game at 17. This is a huge interception for Los, and this is where I thought the Bread was gone bad. Look at him return that and turn it into 3 points, 20-17. But Bread responded back, just like he did all day, Larry. This kid fought back. He got an interception when it mattered most with 46 seconds left in the game. And then he went for it on 4th and 5 from his own 40-yard line. Didn't convert. And on the last play of the game, he goes downfield. Brandon Cooks breaks it for a huge 82-yard touchdown with 8 seconds. And the kid gets fired up. He could not believe it. He was stoic most of the day. But that is raw emotion. That is thousands of games turning into something. That is 5 years of Madden NFL football culminating into this victory here. He is your Bills champion.
David Katz took out the 2 seed, took out the 1 seed. He earned every penny of that $3,500 right there, and also he's moving on to the Club Series Championship, and also he's got that beautiful white Bills jersey that says Madden 17 champ on it, and he is the Madden 17 Bills champion. And want to thank all of the folks here. Great venue here at 716 Food and Sports Bar. I mean, awesome place this has been. Buffalo, the Bills, the whole family, the Pagula family, the whole team there with the Bills have been great for us. And we'll also thank our friends with EA Sports and also ESL for putting on, once again, another fabulous production here in Buffalo.
Yeah, this is an amazing place. This is a city to travel to. This is a place where the people are friendly. The venue is amazing. The fans are passionate. You know, if your team's playing here, this is a road trip you make with your buddies, and you'll have a blast here in Buffalo.
Yeah, so guys, we want to thank everyone for tuning in on the Madden NFL Twitch channel, also on BuffaloBills.com. We want to thank everyone that watched there. I want to apologize for the stream, but we were able to get it back up, and we saw a whale of a finish in the championship. How about Brad a dot to win it, 70-plus yards in the championship. He wins it 27-20. The 7 seed knocks off a 2. Then he knocks off a 1 to win it. He moves on. He is the Madden 17 Bills champion. Look at some of the plays from throughout the day, Zach Farles. We saw Nova. We saw Buffalo Rob. A lot of these competitors came from the East Coast. What an opportunity and a heck of a ball game and a great day today.
The level of excitement here in this club series is huge. We'll be heading out to Jacksonville next weekend, so make sure to stay tuned and follow to the channel. The action these players have put on is great, Larry. The level of gameplay we saw today, imagine what we're going to continue to see over the course of this upcoming season. There's 2 majors left in the Madden NFL Championship Series, and in May, the last one, $500,000. How's Madden working out for you right now? All these players can go home proud to be called Madden gamers. I was super impressed. The action, the players on the field, the legends, the veterans, the youth, all earning critical series points, cash, experience at this event today, live in Buffalo. And Bread got it done when it mattered the most.
Youth was served here today, and when you look at it, he's the Madden 17 Bills champion. We're coming back in Seattle. I'll be there on Thursday. The next challenger, March 18th, Compete Forever. That is my tournament in Rivervale, New Jersey. For Zach Farles, I'm Larry Ridley. Thanks for watching here in Buffalo. 716 Food and Sport. We'll see you next time, folks.